streaky, as what he's known for. He's actually shown some pretty solid consistency throughout the tournament. This is their 8th series at this RMR. It's been a long and labored journey, but they're finally here. One game away from making it. GamerLegion take on 9 Pandas here. Who will be making their step towards the major? Is it Snax? Is it Seized? Time will tell, and it's Overpass to kick things off.
Let's get right into it. GamerLegion going to be starting on the T side, 9 Pandas on the CT side. They definitely have some players that are less known on the 9 Pandas side, but some of them have really come out, you know, swinging.
Some of them are absolutely cracked.
Yeah.
So watch out for that. And we'll get into it. It's going to be GamerLegion on the T side of Overpass. They've played this a few times, but iDISBALANCE will dislodge acoR at the very beginning of the round. He'll take an early bar from the pistol, 5-on-4. And in terms of utility, we have a single smoke and a flashbang on the in-game leader, Snax. CTs, though, hard work's been done. You've got the advantage. Can fall back, run the clock down. And they've actually got 4 players towards the B bomb site after finding a pick at A as well. It's actually looking pretty fantastic for the 9 Pandas.
Especially now that they're moving out of the bomb site. So they're going to go try and find some information, see if they can get a rotation back to the A bomb site in time if they feel like no one's out here. The bomb is lingering around long for the minute, so GamerLegion, I think, have spent quite a lot of time, like 30 seconds now, just walking around with the P250 out there. They're hoping to find a kill. You could see Volt is the one who's in charge of that particular pistol, so he's hoping to snatch away a kill before they make anything else happen, but we're down to 50 seconds, and they're going to be up against dualies here. Clax, instant headshot, and there is a trap set. It's not even going to be needed. He's absolutely mowed them down. What a decisive pistol round for 9 Pandas.
Yeah, Clax claps them. 3 kills of the dualies. Very calm, very composed, comprehensive victory in the pistol on the CT side. That's 9 Pandas with a pretty clean finish as well. No bomb planted. You would assume it's going to be the full eco for GamerLegion coming up next, and that certainly sets the tone. Great start. GamerLegion won't have anything to work with here. Maybe a flashbang. Nothing. A real full eco, Anders. Should be a chance for 9 Pandas to really dominate the battlefield here. They'll drop the incendiary to deny access towards the playground, but you can see they've actually made their way through. Waiting for the flashbang on the CT side as well. This is quite active from 9 Pandas. Want to make sure they give nothing away in terms of real estate on the map. GamerLegion, their best bet really is just bleed out the grenades. All you really can do on these sort of rounds, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And they've managed to bait out a couple of incendiaries. Maybe some smokes would be nice as well as they go towards middle and long. Good to see if there's any possibility of getting that bomb down. That would be a victory in its own right.
It would be. Grenade doing a lot more damage to the balloons than anyone else, really. But still, the MP9 is getting a chance to have a little bit of a say. Very much par for the course in this round. Some damage being finally delivered to glowiing, but he's going to be falling back pretty quickly. Probably feeling really safe in there. More MP9 kills. They're making quite a lot of money in this round. Actually, about the best that you could have hoped for here on the CT side so far. 4 MP9 kills. That's so much extra cash in the bank for them going into the upcoming bonus round. Make it a little bit easier if they do lose it. Oh, Snax, this is so sneaky. How's he got away with this?
Well, if he even I reckon he gets a kill. No, not going to happen. But still, as we mentioned, getting that bomb down is actually kind of massive. It means the AWP, there's an option to bring it out if you really wanted to. Probably won't see it so early on, but the fact they've even got that within their wheelhouse now is pretty massive. Either way, they could have a nice, strong buy going forward now. And it's a bit of a bonus situation for those 9 Pandas. They've got 3 MP9s, a couple of M4s. Suggests that something quite aggressive, maybe towards a connector or pushing offshore, would have to be brought forward here. But you would assume that GamerLegion will play a very slow round and see what they're up against first. Time will tell, though. 2-0, 9 Pandas. First gun round and a tactical timer. There's so much on the line here. Of course, you want to make sure that you calculate how many SMGs are out on the field. What could they possibly have going forward? Do they have the AWP? You mentioned there's a ton of money being farmed there, but no kills found, so you'd assume they'll stay on the 2 rifles and the 3 MP9s.
I would make a guess in this kind of a round if I'm GamerLegion that there is going to be some aggression with those MP9s somewhere.
You would assume so, right? You kind of have to. You're on the CT side here. You don't have the range or the stopping power to really run a default setup. Someone has to be finding a little bit of an advantage. applying the pressure to the T side. Don't let them run a full default and gain map control. You have to sabotage the offense here.
I mean, if this could be a round where they, you know, try and get the Molotovs down towards the playground side and, you know, try and see if they can push a little bit. Looks like it's not quite going to happen. They're going to put down the traditional smokes instead, which is fine.
Well, glowing full set. That's
God.
aggressive. Very blind, however. And yeah, you can see what they're going for, trying to play up towards that T-step smoke. A lot more than they bargained for, though, however. One player down, and now the reaction coming through. Those SMGs staying very active. iDISBALANCE on high alert. Those need to peel off. Caught off guard, though. And it's going to be an early advantage now. GamerLegion fully commit towards the A side. Double Molotov down towards Bank and the dumpster. Call this one done. There's almost zero chance to see he's going to find their way back into it.
Yeah.
It'd be a horrible misplay if GamerLegion even allowed them close to the round.
Already saying, you know what, is, you know, we can flank around and try and upgrade this into an AK if we can get a really, you know, end of the round kind of couple of kills here, but that's about it. They were double pushed through the monster tunnel and they were flashed in by C's to his inside of the bomb, so that's a really cool idea. It's not uncommon that you'll find a single T player outside of the B bomb side and you can flash your way through like that, but absolutely nobody there. GamerLegion, very, very decisive push through. Didn't really waste a lot of time once they got the first kill. It's good. It's everything you want to see at the start of the game here. From their point of view. 2 MP9s. Oh, it's frustrating, I feel like, to have to save those. It'd be so much more fun for them if they could pick up an AK or 2 here, but it's not available to them.
Too much information, let's feed them out. Let's go, we're playing.
All right.
Feel them out. It's the way it needs to be done. They're waiting for that aggression at the start, as we mentioned. Quite telegraphed when you have 3 SMGs. I'm not sure I love the play from Nine Pandas. One player, fully blind, full send up middle.
Yeah, I don't understand why not just put more people in there.
Yeah, if you're going to go for that sort of play, like at least put all the SMGs at that point. If you're committing one death, at least you might as well have a trade potential. But they thought otherwise. iDISBALANCE has been very impressive, the AWP. And a long old RMR for them as well. They managed to skip the initial game today. Is that a blessing or a curse on this, you think? Like GamerLegion, it wasn't too hard for them. They got the 2-0. A couple of maps under their belt, warmed up, if anything.
I was thinking about that earlier today, and I feel like it very much comes down to the personality of the teams. Like, there are some teams that absolutely can benefit from having a warm-up game and come into the server a lot more fresh. And there are some teams who, you know, if they're slow to start, they maybe wish they had that game instead. I feel like historically, it's very hard to tell just as a general rule.
I think the way these guys are gassed up right now, they got a 2-0.
Yeah.
You're not going into this one thing, oh, I'm tired.
No.
You're going in saying, we're fired the frick up.
I agree. Like, if they would have been a really long best of 3, the other one, it would have been different. But yeah, 2-0, you feel pretty good.
Ooh,
and here
failed
we go.
incendiary.
Yes, it will be failed. And what a double opening.
Oh dear.
Deleters and Clacks both
That
going
incendiary
down.
would be very welcomed right now. They'd all be fended off. They wouldn't be able to commit. They've absolutely fumbled the round due to a mistimed incendiary. If anything, this gives up your position, allows them to get that double kill on entry once again. Convincing finish from GamerLegion.
The AWP, even in spite of the fact that there was no smoke originally up on the high ground there, never being allowed to be put into place either. Wow. That's, unfortunately, the defense never really gets put into place, and you're right, it's based off of one missed grenade.
Yeah,
it just has such an impact.
You get a pounce on that opportunity if it's presented to you. Those are quite rare. A fumbled incendiary, you saw exactly where it came from. You can send 2 players into swing. They both nailed their shots. Snax is going down with the bomb and just okay, fair enough. Could have ran away, I think, but whatever.
It's just...
Okay, something's happening. Yeah, I was going to say, why is his like, screen go off or something? I don't know. Heard a Coover in there, so I guess like the screen went off or his keyboard disconnected because he definitely could have ran away. The guy was like a captain solemnly going down with the ship, making sure that the bomb site was looked after. But yeah, there's a technical issue. I'm going to just make sure. I'll jump in his POV. Let's see what's going on in this.
Yeah, there must have been something, right? Like keyboard, you could see.
Yeah, so he's like,
out.
It's not moving right now. Come on, Snax, what are you up to?
A little bit of a timeout here. It's early days.
Okay, yeah, he's left the server, so he's got some sort of issue.
Well, Kios is keeping entertained. He's
The thing is, though, he did die.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. Definitely wouldn't have done it. That's going to be some cash given over. It was still a pretty clean round, but
Yeah,
a little bit frustrating, I suppose.
nothing you can do about it, really.
Nothing we can literally do about it in terms of matchmaking. It was after the round. He's just going to have to let that go.
He's not.
He's not happy.
Got any thoughts around pandas in general, Henry? You a fan?
How rare are they these days? Are they still endangered? They don't like breeding very much, do they? That's the whole thing.
Yeah, they sort of from the outside perspective feels like they are trying to go extinct.
Yeah, right. We're trying our best to help them out, but they refuse to cooperate.
They're having a rough time. Yeah.
I've never interacted with one. Would like to, I suppose.
I think they're actually. I think they're actually more dangerous than, like, you know. Every once in a while, a church will climb in and get mauled by it. Like, it happens.
Do they have the potential to maul? Do they even have any
think
weapons
so.
equipped?
I think they have some
Claws or teeth?
Yeah, claws and teeth, like, you know.
They're not very big. I'm not sure. Oh, I don't think they can run either. How would they even get close to you? They kind of like just roll around.
They do roll around a lot.
They can't really balance very well.
I don't know. Maybe that's in the future. Future content. Henry hugs a panda. Like, that could be a.
Yeah, in the future.
We'll send you into a zoo in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, so we won't even get permission. We'll just get in there.
Obviously not.
Well, hopefully we've got permission to continue the game. It looks like we are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us, it's the final game, and I really mean it this time. Last chance of the European RMR, final best of 3. This will be the 8th series GamerLegion have played. It's been a hell of a run. And we'll see if they can continue their streak here on the T side of Overpass. They've been gifted a couple of rounds, quite frankly. Missed incendiaries, over-aggression have been the problems for 9 Pandas, but they've kept their economy pretty decent. They are saving weapons at the very least, so managing to hold on to control. Oh, nice Molotov, which is glowing out of advantageous position. Bomb outside the B bomb site right now with 3 other players.
Oh, this is huge. Look at the call from GamerLegion. If they actually go for the B bomb site, it looks like they will. There's only 2 people here. Even the rotation is quite far away.
Yeah, they have got 2 players like by the connectors, so they could get through there, I suppose, but Volt's patrolling it. That's what his position is designed to do right now. So if Volt can step up, hold them at bay, smoke down towards Monster, iDISBALANCE. It's what it's all hinging on right now.
Yeah. Couldn't really have been better timed, I think. And enough time, speaking of which, has passed now that the AWP on iDISBALANCE, he's rotated away from the A side of the map. He's down towards B now, so a little bit more ready for it. And nice timing on Seized. We'll pick up the kill on Volt. Some grenades raining on over. GamerLegion feel like it's time to go. I can't believe it. Kios ducked under the rifle and actually got the entry. The lead is going down, but iDISBALANCE not done yet. 30 seconds here, 2 versus 3. Bomb a little bit delayed. acoR, he's looking for it. Seized on top of the helmet, and will take him down. That is a clean shot.
He took his time with it as well. He wanted to make sure he could hit the few pixels available as the MP9 waits for the aggression coming in from Snax. acoR thrusts into the clutch right now. Spots one towards shore. First bullet has to connect. That smoke is starting to dissipate. And a clutch scenario here. acoR has been so great throughout this RMR. Continues to deliver the goods.
Nice.
Massive from acoR. Looking to send himself to Copenhagen, home soil for the Danish AWPer. And so far, so good. GamerLegion posting 3 rounds in a row.
Man, imagine not panicking when those shots are coming through the smoke with the MP9. Like, he must have been thinking, does it already fade? Like, is the smoke already gone? Like, what's going on here? Like, why am I nearly getting shot? But he held his cool all the way through. That is a great round out of him.
Yeah, very impressive. Great mechanics displayed, and money has been drained. They went for the full retake there. Had a massive advantage. It was a back and forth round, but they've now been broken. They're averaging around $3,000 per play on the CT side. This is partial buy territory. I doubt they go all in.
I think that first crouch in from Kios, like, he literally ducked under the spray from the defensive position there.
That felt like a locked-in kill, didn't it?
It really did.
On the CT side, like, I'm surprised. Sure, they traded it out, but it should have been a clean kill upon arrival.
But if you're the entry on the T side coming through the tunnel, 1 kill and you've done your job. Like, that's it. All you need is the 1 opening. Then the rest of the team will have to carry on after that. That's really sick. Good job on Kios, gotta say. A little bit of a timeout here.
Yeah.
Getting everyone rehydrated.
In terms of the map pool today, got quite an eclectic one. Overpass picked by GamerLegion. 9 Pandas going for Ancient, and then Nuke to decide it all. I think GamerLegion have played like every map en route here. They've definitely got some Ancient within their wheelhouse as well.
I feel like for both teams, could you imagine if this is the, you know, like one of them is going to lose this match? I feel like that's going to be the most painful thing. Like you've
come this far
so long. Like, you know, not to say obviously it sucks if you get knocked out early as well. Maybe you have the opposite feeling. You're like, oh, we never got a chance to even play the LCQ, you know? But yeah, this is such a long stretch, and then you can't take the last step.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. There may be tears today. Not for the first time.
Not for the first time. Yeah, understandably so.
But the action doesn't stop. Bear in mind, we have the Aegis RMR starting tomorrow.
I know.
So if you thought you guys are out of the woods, you're not. There's a lot more Counter-Strike to come. Then we've got the Americas. We won't be there. I'm done. I'm tapping out.
We're tapping out.
2 weeks is enough for me.
We're passing on the torch.
Yeah.
That's true.
Time to peace out. Need some sleep. This was a nice little flank. You'd think that was the moment where akiOR didn't go down quickly. Opened up the floodgates, and acoR took his time. Beautiful shots towards heaven. Knew where the player towards short was. And now, as mentioned, has to be eco/partial. They get 5/7s and Kevlar. And HE is purchased, so let's see if there's anything to be said here as GamerLegion look for their 4th in a row on the T side of Overpass. They continued their campaign to the Copenhagen Major.
Look at them staying grouped up here, GamerLegion. They can probably guess the economy on the CT side. One of the ways you lose around like this is if you send, you know, a couple of people out long, they die for awkward reasons. Suddenly there's an AK on the other side. When you're grouped up like this, that's not really going to happen. So you might run into a stack here, sure, but you should still be able to power your way through. Flashes around the corner. All right, delete is. That's actually not a bad kill, but he couldn't keep it going, unfortunately. Snax, isak, and Volt, each of them picking up a shot to enter the bomb site with. And seized and glowing, not much they could do. Again, look for an exit, steal a rifle away. These are some of the tasks, maybe. Or save the Kevlar if you really want.
I guess so. You definitely look for some exits here. We'll see what they can muster together. In terms of loss bonus, they'll be getting $2,900 into the next round. iDISBALANCE with plenty of residual cash. Certainly can afford that AWP, but yet to get going. Seized can feel this map slipping away. We haven't seen him at a major since 2018, Anders. That's 6 years ago. For those playing along at home, fans of history.
History fans.
Not many of us left.
I was a little bit stunned because I can't believe you said it 6 years ago. Like, how's time moving too
It's
quickly?
been a while. Players like Snax are seized. No disrespect intended. You would assume in 2024 they would be done. They would be washed, but no. Here he is, Snax especially, in-game leader of GamerLegion, a team that's going strength for strength. Tier 1 for sure. And 1 series away from making it to the major. The first CS2 major, bear in mind.
GamerLegion is such a funny story because they were cannibalized after the Paris major, right? You thought that was probably going to be it. Like, okay, well, now we have to, you know, like, that's probably not going to be able to recover that kind of a loss, but they're still here, still doing great work.
They were in the grand final of the previous major. It doesn't seem real when you say it out loud, but they did it.
That major run was so short. Like, not many people saw that coming. I definitely didn't.
Well, apparently I did. I got a diamond coin, so...
It's true, Henry. You're like one of the few, like one of the 3 people in the world who did that. It's unbelievable, actually. It's another great entry. Even if he dies again, it's going to put so much pressure on the defense. It's a great track record. It doesn't matter that he only has 3 kills at the moment. Just getting them down towards that tunnel position. I do like this from 9 Pandas, though. Moving out long. There is a chance for a timing here, especially because the bomb is a little bit further back. Maybe glowiing could actually catch Snax coming up out of the stairs here. You could see the time, the window here. It's closing as Snax is moving forward. I think glowiing is just missed it. There we go. And acoR somehow spinning around for the kill. Oh, that's devastating. And a flash around the corner. Volt didn't even have to put a lot of work. It was isak to set up that kill for his teammate.
Super unfortunate for 9 Pandas there. The one time they've gone with that double long setup. They've gone for a slow contact play with a pounce on the A site. They've gone for a backstab. acoR more than ready for the AWP. Quick plan. As you mentioned, that nice trade they got towards Monster at the start, it just spreads the CT so thin. They have to start being more active on the map and try to take some territory of their own. They opted for long. Obviously didn't work out for them. And they might even lose the AWP as well. We got Snax. He sniffs blood in the water here. Circling around, wants to take at least one more down with him, does some damage, but it's going to be Clax. Holding on to his life, flashbang over the top. I don't think the C's will be challenging further. And then we have it. GamerLegion now with 5 rounds in a row after losing the pistol. Absolutely dominating this first map.
On
their
the
pick.
T side.
Yeah, it's true. Haven't really seen any sort of sequence that's anything to write home about yet on the 9 Pandas side. We've seen a couple of trades. A 1v3 that slipped away from them, and that's about it.
Give me an educated guess, Henry.
Go on.
Has anyone dropped the "we lost Astralis to this" yet line? Is that happening in the chat? It's early.
It's very early, but yeah, almost done. I think that's probably all they're talking about. If you were to open it up, I'm sure it's just Astralis comments.
I'm not looking at Twitch chat, but I know what you guys are like. I know what you guys do.
Hey, it might be the most memeable thing that's happened this year. So.
Probably is, yeah. You have to make memes, or it's too sad. You know. That's
if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yeah.
You know.
If you don't meme, you cry.
Yeah, true. A wise man once said that. All right, then next gun round, ladies and gents. First half coming to a close here. It's 5-2 in favor of GamerLegion. They've been bullying this B bomb side time and time again. It's another full execution. Good smoke going down from the CTs. Certainly aware there's T-sided players on the other side, but in terms of information elsewhere on the map, iDISBALANCE quite a passive position towards the A side. They can't confirm the long or bathrooms are clear. And just waiting for these smokes to go down. In terms of residual utility, we have one more smoke for glowing. He's at the A side of the map, so they might have to actually push through and flash in towards Monster itself, waiting for the moment. Flash is coming through now. Oh, they're spot on as well. It's going to force out a reload. And that final commitment from GamerLegion is going to happen any second now. Another fantastic flash.
Oh, but the return is actually not that bad. Fly next to... I don't think they realized Clax. He should have been burning. He was right next to the Molotov. That's why nobody from GamerLegion was checking that. They assumed that that grenade was covering everything. Now it's up to acoR somehow. He's stolen the AWP. He's so low on health that he might as well try and go for it with the sniper instead. 16 seconds, and iDISBALANCE. Good job on him to close it out.
Very impressed. The 9 Pandas managed to win that round. They got flashed for like 6 times towards the Monster.
Yeah.
Molotovs all around them. Took an HE at the start as well, but finally the B defense has an answer for the execution. And you can see the replay here. The ladder's stepping up. acoR's fighting back the best he could, but as you mentioned, 16 HP goes to the AWP. And it doesn't work out whatsoever. 5-3. 9 Pandas back online after giving up 5 in a row, but the money's absolutely fine, as you might imagine. GamerLegion, once again, sending the majority of their firepower. And the bomb this side of the map, going to be pushing through the initial incendiary. acoR's patrols towards that Monster. And you can see it's a much different stance now for 9 Pandas. They've got the resources. They're taking map control. Player in towards that connector. It's going to be seized. Does he want to open the door? How brave is he feeling? It's already blown open. Smoke down, and acoR's snuck through the Monster here.
Huge position. Double grenade for him to take the peek, and sees shooting one of the backets. And nice little start to the round here, but the problem is still at the B bomb side. So close and so much damage, but 9 Pandas are actually holding on pretty well at the moment. It's isak, the first on the GamerLegion side to finally pick up a kill here, and it might just be too late. Grenade raining down, isak's taking damage, and glowing will find him right through the smoke. Snax and acoR. Again, they're in deep positions, but 9 Pandas, they seem to have found some strength now, finally, here in the first half.
GamerLegion, the moment they look away from that connector, they seem to get backstabbed every single time.
Yeah.
But it's another strong B hold here. 9 Pandas, I don't see a world where they give this one up. It's Snax and acoR, 2 versus 4. 30 seconds remaining, hoping a CT will overstep the mark here. Good Molotov. Also have the smoke by iDISBALANCE. Takes a little bit more damage than he would have liked there, but glowing. Shining bright from the heavens. Take down the penultimate player here. Should be a done deal. Snax is decent, but this one a little bit too far out of reach. 9 Pandas now posting 2 rounds in a row. They'll need one more to break the bank of GamerLegion, but that's a solid B hold now, back to back.
Yes, it is. They also steal 3 AKs in that round, so starting to accumulate a little bit of momentum on their side. I've got to say, they were getting beat up so badly in the beginning. It's nice to see them turn this around.
I think they've realized that GamerLegion are giving them a lot of freedom towards that middle area and bathrooms, and now they can get in towards connected. There's no pressure being applied. They can actually have 3-4 players every single time ready and waiting. And as mentioned, last spy could flashbang glowing, so brave to stick around. But he does tuck himself in. He's towards party, bear in mind. A change of setup here. GamerLegion back into more of a default. Going to be trying to flush out that aforementioned connected position. It's a player tucked away. He's been pretty handy for a kill around. See if he can keep it up. There it is. Even gets the double Anders. 3 kills found in total for the CTs here. Back into this game. iDISBALANCE taking a lot of damage, but he's got the backup from glowiing. Still patrolling that party position. And it's another sensational round. Very clean. 4 players surviving, and they tied things up 5-5.
How does Seized get away with that spray? It just went on for so long, but he got the double kill. And glowiing is having himself a really nice start to this match. He's 9-3 right now. And you could see in that last fight against acoR, the first bullet accuracy is off the charts for him right now. Tactical timeout being called now from GamerLegion. They're starting to realize that 9 Pandas might have been slumbering a bit coming into this game, but now they're really waking up, and that's a problem. Even if you're on this T side, right, and 5 rounds is pretty good, why give your opponent a chance to have a crack at winning the map? And I mean, if 9 Pandas win the last 2 rounds, make it a 7-5, there's still a chance they can do that.
Look at C's go. 3 opening duels. He's actually been pretty decent overall. Like, his contributions towards that connector, the backstabs coming through, he's being a real thorn in their side. 5-5 overall, round number 11. Dying stages of this first half, and it looks like GamerLegion is still opting for an investment here. Whether they go all in is yet to be seen. isak will purchase the Hero AK. Surrounded by pistols and a Galil of Kios. As 9 Pandas start to get more and more comfortable. Bear in mind, GamerLegion played another series today. They managed to take down the Guild Eagles. Some players would say it's a burden in terms of being tired, burnt out. Others would say you're getting warmed up. You've got a 2-0, morale's high.
Yeah.
Didn't get too stressed out, but 9 Pandas starting to get warmed up themselves now. We're going towards a middle contact play. iDISBALANCE, this is the perfect position for this sort of round. Guaranteed kill, and as he's missed an absolute sitter.
How does that happen?
That was a freebie. That was a gift from the gods. Thankfully, glowiing had to pick up the pieces.
Yeah. Look at him go. 3 kills, the last 2 lightning fast. iDISBALANCE having a little bit of trouble with the AWP. Needs to have the scope readjusted on that one. glowiing just relentlessly attacking right now. He's got 4 kills. He will finally go down, but he is having himself a blazing hot start. This is really going to change how this plays out. They'll have money in the last round here, GamerLegion, but 9 Pandas. What a great recovery. And that could be one of those things that we're seeing here, is that they just come into the match not quite as warmed up as GamerLegion, but it's happening now. I think there is a potential danger. Let's say this does go all 3 maps, and it's really like, you know, they're all close. That's when the fatigue could come in for GamerLegion as well. You know, if you end up playing 5 maps in a day, and they're all pretty close, like, that can be a lot. So, we'll see if we get there at all.
Oh, final round. It's been quite a swift half, if you don't mind me saying, Anders. We're going to see aggression once again from glowiing. He hasn't really missed a shot in the last couple of rounds. He continues to dominate that mid position. This time only good for 1. Kios fighting back. The AK-47 looking strong as he does find them an advantage of sorts. A 3-on-3 in a map like Overpass. Heavy T advantage. Snax knows that the defense will be spread so thin at this stage. He can help himself to long, and now a missed shot for acoR. Trying to avoid the bullets. He hasn't done well. And it's going to be a great shot from Seized.
Gonna need to see a replay of that.
It did look dead on.
It looked like it was dead on. You saw the tracer afterwards, and it was just squarely on Seized. I'm so curious. All right, they're gonna have to go back and pick up the bomb here, right? It's on the steps, so isak will pick that one up. Snax is on the other side, trying to manufacture an opening. Still somehow one of the most elusive players, Snax. He's just got a knack for finding himself in some deep positions that people don't expect, although I do appreciate this from 9 Pandas. Now that they have the lead, they're really, really far back on the map. Molotov on top of iDISBALANCE, trying to put some pressure on Snax. He's really selling it. He's really saying, yeah, we're definitely coming for this A bomb site plant, but the bomb is down on the other bomb site right now. Snax stays alive.
Nice flash.
They're not going to know. They're not going to realize what's happening. Oh, did they
the
hear
smoke
it?
gives it away. He shouldn't have smoked.
I was going to say, yeah, they know now. They definitely know. All right, well, Snax is still alive, but you're right. Without the smoke, they don't realize. They think it's an A plant, and they spend a lot of time up there. They're going to be jumping down. The spray's pretty good, though. isak, he gets the quick double. My God, that's changed everything. iDISBALANCE now up at the high ground. He's no idea. Yeah, Molotov, it's way too late. Shot in the back by Snax. What a great 2 versus 3 conversion for GamerLegion.
Yeah, still a very convincing fake there from Snax. He pulled every single member of 9 Pandas over toward the A side. They hear the smoke bloom at B. They know what's going on, but they're still out of position by a country mile. Bomb goes down. akiOR, very nice spray control. It's been a rock'em sock'em affair here. I'm liking this. It's Brawley CS. Sees nice shot on acoR there after he whipped the AWP shot. Yeah, nice work. isak getting it done. Snax to close things out. And we tie it all up. 6-6. GamerLegion break the 9 Pandas streak there. A very important pistol coming up next. It was the Pandas that managed to win their CT pistol. And GamerLegion replicate that form. We'll have a look at the buys as they come through, see if there's anything interesting. Got just a single smoke right now. A couple of flashes on the T side. In terms of CT setups, no kits, and there's a Julie has appeared there for akiOR. They've got a smoke and a flash themselves as well. So we'll see what kind of approach we're going for here. 9 Pandas are going to send 5 players towards the A side of the map. 1 towards connector. Speaking of which, acoR in that position. They cross over towards playground. A lot of teams like to focus on this long area. Let's get 4 players up, trade out kills. Can be difficult to respond in time. You don't normally have players spotting it. They've gone for a B stack here on the GamerLegion side.
It's so dangerous right now. From acoR's point of view, all is quiet. He's saying there's no one long. I haven't really felt anyone. Oh, they are going to make their way back towards the stack. That's interesting. I thought they were going to keep going A. That would have been a problem for acoR, I think, but now they're going to get some confirmation. Doors open. They're checking it out. Still got a minute on the clock, so for now, I guess 9 Pandas have cleared out a huge portion of the map and not found any CTs. Also using some of their grenades to try and do that with the flash to try and get through there. And still down to the B bomb site. There's the 4-man stack, there's the boost, and there's the dualies.
It's the perfect setup, Anders. They've held strong. Haven't taken any of the bait or the sound cues. And we're going to see a smoke going towards heaven. So now Snax jumping at the bit, looking to find a couple of opening kills here. akiOR and isak will beat them to the punch, but decent trades for the 9 Pandas here. Snax will have to dismount and cause chaos on the bomb site itself. Trading out the kills, but it will be 9 Pandas on top. 2 versus 1. acoR has to deliver.
Try to take a shot through, not quite able to do it. And they know exactly where he is. They're trying to double up on him. It's close, but it's Clax with a quad kill to get 9 Pandas. The pistol on the second half. My God, that is a very important round.
Oh, it absolutely is. 2 kills on entry there for GamerLegion. They'll be gutted they couldn't convert it. Begs the question now, do you want to force buy in the second? Any other map, I would say yes. Overpass, maybe not. It's too wide. It's too long. It's difficult to make the 5.7s, the Deagles. MP9's work here. He might just be taking the full eco. Indeed. If it was Inferno, Mirage, maybe you'd consider it, but I think this is the wiser of the 2 options. We're going to see that Molotov towards short to deny any sort of CT access towards that connector. All 5 players here. We have seen these rounds be relatively successful throughout the RMR, so don't ever say it's a foregone conclusion. They can find a quick kill in towards T-spawn, get a Galil.
Yeah, a lot of EOS.
The bomb would be down in an awkward spot if they had some pace behind it as well. It all comes down to timings here. If Clax is caught on the retreat, maybe there's something to be said about it. He is actually assumed now there's no one behind him. He does recover the bomb. Should be absolutely fine here for the Pandas.
Yeah, because the problem is GamerLegion obviously can't run in the same way that Clax is there, so they're going to have to keep it cool, walk the whole way. iDISBALANCE just around the corner. It seems like every time GamerLegion is just a little bit late to try and find the kill that they would have needed to, again, steal a Galil or something like that. By the time they do get it, it's at this range, and it's not a surprise. iDISBALANCE is looking for it. Going to be a complete cleanup here. Not a single casualty on the 9 Pandas side as they get a 2-round lead. The mood's really changed. We were cruising for the early part. It was GamerLegion just completely winning some of those early rounds. It looked very one-sided. 9 Pandas, they've got something to prove here.
Yeah, they're looking rock solid as a unit.
Yep.
Haven't been many mistakes in them thus far. A couple of missed shots here and there, but that's about it. They've had decent control. A good resurgence after losing 3 or 4 rounds. Like, we had that one moment, I suppose, they missed the incendiary towards Monster. It cost them a few in a row. But apart from that, it's been pretty decent overall. Clax trying to get through the smokes if possible. At least give them some sound cues to work on the CT side. There is another buy available for GamerLegion here. First of this second half, after taking the full eco in the previous round. Waiting to push through Monster here. Smoke goes down. Excellent shot from isak. Clax didn't see it coming whatsoever. Now they can actually get in towards T-spawn potentially.
How did isak see it? I feel like they were still walking through the smoke halfway, but I guess he must have been able to see something that's pretty impressive. I do like this from 9 Pandas. They realized they lost so much map control on the other side. To try and get it back is probably not worth it. So they just go straight and quick towards the A bomb side. A good little double peek there. And it's too much for Snax to hold on to. There is still a player out long. That's Volt hanging around, so they have to be careful, 9 Pandas. Good grenade on top. It's gonna... No, not as much as I thought. We'll soften up glowing a little bit, but I think still Volt, that position is gonna be the really key one here. C's dropping very low, and Kios, he's got a teammate with him. They should be able to get rid of C's, yeah. Waiting for Volt to get put into play. He's really been patient out here. And finally going to start to make his way a little bit closer. Glowing, though, crouched in, and a lot of noise being made by Volt. They knew that he was coming. It's Glowing. One more kill, and acoR has to run away. GamerLegion, the retake never really got put into play.
That's a 5-on-4 given away there. GamerLegion, that monster push, had the advantage, actually funneled them in towards the A side. But there was so much pace behind it. The CTs couldn't get comfortable. They didn't have a decent setup there whatsoever. A player pushing towards T-spawn, sure, but that just meant he was literally the other side of the map when they're planting the bomb. And then towards long as well, couldn't hold on, couldn't deny the plant. It's a very good mid-round call coming in from the Pandas.
Yeah, it is. Like, they're super quick to make that call. I just don't understand the part. I think Volt wasn't sure if there was another Pandas player out by the restroom. So he stuck around there looking for him all the day. There was nobody there. And then by the time he went there, he had to run in to try and catch Glowing. And obviously that's going to be heard.
This is starting to spiral now. That's both pistols.
Look at Glowing's scoreline.
Yeah, you're right. 17-6 right now. Clax not far behind, 13-7. Those two at the very tippity top of the server. Important rounds here. Partial investment could catch Glowing with the Molotov in hand. They certainly will. Opening frag for Snax. Continues to force the issue here. More and more pressure being applied to the connector position. They've recovered an AK-47. C's trying to fend them off. CT's going to reset the round and rotate through the B bomb site itself.
They still should be fine, but what a disaster for 9 Pandas if this is the round that they give up.
I don't know. This is actually looking quite nice. The fact they've got that AK now in the hands of Snax. acoR's got the M4 in hand as well. Volt spotting towards long. They've got 2 CTs on this side of the map here. In terms of utility left over, still quite a lot on the T side, but it's a 5-on-4 disadvantage.
I feel like this is the kind of round that can really break your team. If you end up losing this and suddenly GamerLegion get back into the game behind it, a lineup that could have easily been a double kill, but Clax pretty good. They've lost Glowing though, and I think that's the big issue at the moment. He's been pivotal in some of these pushes. 35 seconds, started to get close. This time Volt is a lot closer to the bomb side. We'll see if anyone's going to be looking for it. C certainly is, but the 5-7 is too much. What a headshot to bring out, and this is falling apart. Delete is the last one left, and he's going to get a couple of quick kills, but he's down to 20 seconds. He shouldn't have much of a chance to win this round, but he gets one more shot in there. Takes down Snax now, trying to put up a little bit of a grenade. He can't get rid of Kios. The smoke not quite blooming enough, and it's going to be the round for GamerLegion. They steal one back.
They absolutely do. 1 M4, some upgraded pistols. And this time, finding that opening frag. Getting the AK-47, resetting the round more importantly. Didn't push in towards T-spawn. They retreated through short. Got a decent A setup. acoR, tip of the spear. Managed to find that first frag and applying that pressure. Comes down to the 1 versus 1, but it will be GamerLegion stealing one back. You're absolutely right. It's going to be 3-1 overall in the second half. We'll see what the finances look like on the 9 Panda side. Should be absolutely fine, considering their success.
They're going to be okay in terms of the money, but I think that, again, this really is a huge difference, right? Could have been a 10-6 scoreline. Now instead, they're going to be feeling pretty good, I think, on the GamerLegion side in terms of this is our moment to come back. Like, we got in a round earlier than we were expecting. That's going to get you fired up. They will have the AWP and acoR. It's been instrumental in the last couple of games that we've seen out of GamerLegion.
Well, Kios will be operating with the AK-47 on the defense. A welcome addition to their arsenal. There's Volt. He's had such a fantastic tournament. So precise, so snappy with the aim.
Yeah.
Molotovs now, as they run through their default, trying to flush back any aggressive CTs. They're actually residing within the bathrooms right now. Player towards long will be acoR, deadly Danish sniper.
Okay, and they're doubling up, in fact. So if you try to jump past or send someone out there, maybe you're going to get shot down by the M4. They are pushing up behind them. This is potentially an interesting scenario here. Volt looks like he's going to keep going. And glowiing is on the other side. He does see it. He is so hard to defeat right now.
Yeah, his aim is also looking very crispy indeed. And once again, once they get these small advantages, Anders, they just pull the trigger.
Yeah.
They want to capitalize upon the advantage before the CTs have a chance to react, and it's looking very uncomfortable for Snax at this point. Excellent call once again from 9 Pandas, waiting for their opportunity for a CT to hunt for a bit of intel. And that should be the round, he says with bated breath. There's still acoR in the mix here. I don't think there's anything that GamerLegion could do about this one. That's double digits pretty much locked in.
Yeah, I think acoR knew that someone was out here, but he wanted to take an extra peek. I feel like that's probably never going to be worth it. But on the other hand, I don't know if he could have fallen back. He was kind of locked in. So maybe he just felt like pushing forward was the way to stay hidden. isak and akiOR here, 2 versus 5 to try and hold on the rifles. 9 Pandas. I think you're absolutely right. Once they get that small opening, there's no real hesitation. They power right through, and GamerLegion are not able to stop them at the moment. A little bit of a hunt at the end, but not fully committed to it. Didn't really find what they were looking for. 10-7. This is getting out of control.
Yeah, there's only been one single round from GamerLegion on the CT half, and that was with the 5-7s. The M4, they're beginning to shrink on their own map pick here. In terms of what's left over, they saved the AWP and the M4, sure, but they just don't have the funds to invest fully. There is an AK-47 for Kios as well, so still a pretty potent setup. Snax will get some Kevlar to join the boys here. Volt will keep things very modest, just a 5-7 itself, or is it a P250 in fact. acoR knows he has to step up, take matters into his own hands. First shot hits the mark, and he knows he's got to scramble to try and get away from this one. Flash is starting to come through as he makes his way back towards the bathroom himself. Opening frag and advantage in favor of GamerLegion here.
Yeah, because he's got Snax hanging around the connector, he can afford to hang around for an extra second or two there out by the restrooms. He knows that no one's going to be pushed up on the other side.
So acoR's got to rotate back towards B, knowing he's showing his hand now. He's got a pick. Going to be actually making his way towards heaven, hoping that is enough to funnel his opposition into this 4-man stack. It's just Snax, though. They've actually made another fantastic call here. Like, it's a very known tendency, especially in this sort of round here. The money's low. Show yourself the AWP, get a frag, and just rotate. It's the natural thing to do. And I think the T's are more than aware of that. It's a ballsy call, but one that seems to be getting them a hell of an amount of map control.
Especially because they have to walk around every corner. If the AWP was waiting, they'd just keep losing players. It's not going to be the AWP, though. It'll be Snax instead. Sneaking in against Clax. He's out of the round. 30 seconds left. 2 people down up to 9 Pandas, trying to push onto the A-bomb site. But they've done a fine job. The leaders in glowiing coming in with a couple of strong kills. akiOR, he's got the angle here, and he's ready for more of a spray down. What a triple it is. akiOR securing the round for GamerLegion.
Nice entry, Freddy.
Yes, indeed, Freddie. Managed to get himself aggressive towards long, opened things up, fell back. It looked like the idyllic call, though, from 9 Pandas. They read it well. I don't think they pulled the trigger quite quick enough. Needed a bit faster commitment. As soon as the CTs realized it wasn't going to be that B lean, they actually managed to get back with more than enough time to spare. Snax certainly made things uncomfortable. He times his 5-7 pick from connector perfectly. And then akiOR is mowing them down. No problem. I think C's had an AWP towards the end. Dropped it to find an AK. And that's a significant round. Money's starting to be drained on the T side now. GamerLegion can win this round, they're right back into it. It's 10-8 right now in the first map of our best of 3 absolute last game of the EU RMR. It's been a hell of a journey for both of these teams. GamerLegion, this is their 8th series. So many maps and so much heartbreak on the line here.
Look at the money for 9 Pandas. This is the real issue that they're going to be up against. If they lose this round, GamerLegion probably at least tie up the game, make it a 10-10 scoreline, and they can get a lot closer to getting themselves back in the swing of things.
So, understanding they've been given some relative freedom here towards middle. The cover of iDISBALANCE. It's the most common angle for the CT AWP to pick, but glowiing will continue to dominate with the AK-47. Pressure to acoR once again, but as mentioned, it's a very common angle. Snax now, last line of defense, and there's these multiple frags here. First is absolutely spot on. He knows there's multiple players around though. Flashbang catches him a little bit too much. And they're going back in towards B as well. Isak, he could be a real snake in the grass at this stage. If he denies the plan, gets a couple of kills, who knows?
They're not expecting for him to be there. You can tell they're not really looking, but he missed the shot. He missed the opportunity. Oh, once he pulled the trigger, it had to be the multi-kill.
Yeah. You could see he was trying to hunt out the aggro players, not the planter. You want to make sure you're taking down the scouts first. And then the player with the C4 in his hand, it doesn't really work out. Wasn't given a decent angle. And the AWP will be recovered here, but looks like they want to make sure there's nothing taking that next round. Siege, you might be done for, my friend. Gotta run straight past him. That's a guaranteed kill. Kios doesn't even want to take the shot until it's the last moment.
Yeah, he knows that there's a chance that someone else is going to be running him down, but wow. I mean, in some sense, once they get the opening, iDISBALANCE just parks himself out there and waits for acoR to peek. That is, it's not necessarily that exciting in terms of, you know, any kind of crazy flicks, but it's just a commitment to holding that angle. Makes it impossible. You can see here, there's nothing acoR can do. He's dead every single time.
That's pretty much the only angle acoR could take when his teammate went down.
Yep.
He has to find at least a kill to hold the wolf from the door. But unfortunately, for him at least, iDISBALANCE holding the angle. It's a massive frag as GamerLegion will call for their 3rd tactical timeout here. Volt 5 and 15. A player that's been so remarkable for them.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in a lot of these victories, but I must say, I mean, I think that one of the issues that they're really running into here, apart from the swift decision-making on 9 Pandas, is the fact that glowiing is just having such an insane game. Yeah. It's very hard to stop.
What a time to peak.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I mean, he's been good in the other games that we've seen out of 9 Pandas, and him and I would say maybe the one player that's missing a little bit is the leaders. Not that he's been playing badly, but I've seen even higher peaks from him. But glowiing is absolutely knocking it out the park at the moment.
Well,
they need 2 more rounds.
One more will find map point alleviate a ton of pressure. They've got another advantage here. Seized, holding towards connector. Got to get low though, just to know. We've got a crossfire set up as Volt. In terms of opening duels, is currently 1 in 6. He has actually been a bit of a nuisance for his own team in that regard. Molotovs and a fast commitment here, Anders. Snax gonna push through the smoke, and what a push it is. He'll find the first. CT's applying pressure from all sorts of angles here. It's a scrappy round, but they'll hold on to a 3-on-2. The round will be reset at this point. Seized, still behind enemy lines though. iDISBALANCE, AWP towards long. He's got the bomb on his back, bear in mind. There's still so much time available to them. Might see if Seized can find something in the backtracks.
If Snax doesn't push through that smoke, I think this defense is wiped out. He got the double kill, pushing in behind as the grenades were being set up. That is a sick move from him. We'll see if GamerLegion will offer up the mistake that 9 Pandas so desperately want right now. Being a man down, sure, you're on the bomb side, but how do you even begin to plant the bomb in this position? There's a double HE on the other side as well. If you're a little bit unlucky, that could be bounced onto you. And time is running out now. 30 seconds. Grenades, Molotov up towards the L-bend. There's one grenade, doesn't really do that much damage. The second one will be a lot more successful on Seized.
The second one does a lot of damage. There's still a chance to round into the T side with iDISBALANCE and its AWP. The flashbang, unfortunately, though, couldn't have been better. A difficult shot and a strong retake here. Snax will keep the dream alive. The captain posts another hat trick, taking his total up to 13. Rolling back the years here. Still in the map. Been a rough second half but now just 2 rounds away. That was a pretty weak buy overall from the Pandas. So I believe they should be at least at a partial buy going forward now. I think their money's averaging around $3,000. But we'll have a look into that next round. This is the moment where it all started to go wrong.
It's not important to the game, Henry, but I swear Cease hasn't aged a day since I saw him.
It's actually a really good point.
I don't know what's happened there.
Like, release the skincare routine.
Please, like, let us know what's going on. It's 11-9. It's starting to become an uncomfortably close game. I really thought 9 Pandas had this one in the bag. They've had a couple of great chances, but obviously giving up the 1 round with the AK and the M4 previously to GamerLegion, and then this one, they had the entries that they needed. Now it's started to fall apart a little bit. acoR getting the AWP warmed up. All they have is this one AK-47 on glowiing. They're putting a lot of weight on him to try and do what he's been doing pretty much all game long. Headshots, and there's another one there, a spray on the isak. Glock in this position.
It's actually looking kind of dangerous.
No way. If he stands up, he kills Walt. Or he just waits. Oh, it's very uncomfortable, but he does get the job done. 2 versus 2. Molotov on top, and the leaders, you got to get out. HE as well. He's forced almost into the scope of the AWP, but what did they do? Look at how low they are on health here.
It's going to be awkward, though. The acoR AWP on the retake, it really does come down to Snax. They'll smoke the bomb. Glowiing. Flashed off, but remains calm here. He could find Snax. The timing doesn't quite work in his favor. Didn't have the HP, and Deletis now will be thrown into a pretty much impossible clutch. You'd have to go for a quick kill. Oh, paints bullets around his silhouette. It's very close indeed. The eco comes tantalizingly close to victory there. Double digits for GamerLegion. It's a little uncomfy towards the end, but they get the round on the board.
It really looked like he just traced an outline around him in the smoke. We've seen it before.
1 bullet would have done it.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been enough, though. The defuse from heaven wouldn't have been possible at that stage. God. 1 bullet, low HP. Doesn't quite connect. acoR will take him down at the end. A sigh of relief, yes, indeed. Get into it. Round number 22. We're going the distance now, whatever happens.
Blowing up at the door, sending some bullets through. No damage on the other side. 9 Pandas. They could have been winning this map already. All they needed was for one of these last couple of rounds to go their way, and I think they're in the home stretch. Not a lot of money either on the CT side. It's glowing again. 25 kills. He is absolutely wrecking them. I can't believe it. Again, the final game of the European qualification here. What a time for a player like glowiing that we haven't really heard a lot of in general.
Certainly made a name for himself at this RMR.
No question about it.
A dangerous team if they make it to Copenhagen, that's for sure. And touching distance now of the map and indeed of each other. Volt will find him. He's had a pretty rough overpass. That's a significant kill to bring it back to a 4-on-4. Speaking of which, 40 seconds. And they have to go B, really.
They have to. They have 2 flashbangs. One of those 2 has to land against isak here.
They'll smoke heaven. It's down to isak. He won't be flashed at all, Anders. He's got a massive advantage, but glowiing continues to dominate with that AK-47. He can find a second on the bomb side as well. That might be enough to win the round. CT's out of position. The AWP shot not quite connecting, though. iDISBALANCE under a lot of pressure. 1 versus 1. glowiing. Looking for his hat trick. It's going to come down to 1 bullet now. Kios just has 7 points of health. Dancing around the bomb site and glowiing. No problem whatsoever. He cruises in to map point, I should say, with a brilliant ace.
Beautiful. I can't believe it. Forget glowiing. He's positively radiant at this point in time. And about to win this first map for his team. Timeout being called now. I have no idea how they managed to do this. He fought his way through that round. We talk about this a lot. You know, when you peak in a tournament, when do you start to step it up? When are you in a position to actually get it done? For one player to save this much energy towards the final game.
29 kills, 11 deaths, an ace
Shocking.
to find you map point on your opponent's pick. That's surely all she wrote for Overpass. He takes all 5. Every kill. perfectly positioned. His opposition could barely shoot back. This was a guaranteed win once he got himself behind the pillar. Low HP. And now 2 opportunities to put this one to bed. The UMP's been brought out. The Deagles are there. The MP9s. It's desperate, to say the very least, for GamerLegion now. What is the setup? What is the play? They've opted for 4 players in towards that B bomb site. A boost comes forth, and is it going to be enough? Snax trying to open things up here.
This is so scary for everybody. Look at the economy for 9 Pandas. If they lose this round, it's probably going to be overtime. They need to close the book on GamerLegion right now before they can start to get back into a little jump, and that's enough for Volt to get some information. Going to be falling back. It's no surprise. He's got the MP9 out here, so doesn't want to stick around for any kind of a long fight. And they're drawing acoR back. He's got a UMP and a couple of flashbangs. They have so little to work with, but it's not impossible here. For GamerLegion, it's about making the correct rotation, getting more players to the bomb site, which they currently are.
Well, here we go. Is this where it all comes crashing down for GamerLegion? A desperate round, but they're in the right position. Snax is here. Molotovs all around him. First frag has been found. Huge advantage now for the Pandas.
UMP answering back and Volt! It's a double spray down. He picks up the AK and it's a 1 versus 2. Deletus inside of the smoke. Oh, he comes out. He doesn't even go for the bomb plant. I think it's smart. But waiting down below. isak with the Deagle just trained at the corner. He's got the right idea. It doesn't matter. The Swede will find the headshot and keep the dream alive here for GamerLegion.
Volt has told us they've got really bad money. And he is correct. They get absolute bottom of the barrel loss bonus. That's $1,400. So now the roles are reversed. The CTs will have everything they need. And it's going to be Tech 9s, I think, pretty much across the board. For the T side here, they'll have nothing to work with, focusing on that utility instead of firepower. Is that a Glock? No, he's going to find a Tech 9 towards the end of freeze time. But round number 24, we said we're going the distance. Overtime looking incredibly likely, unless we see the execution from hell at this stage from 9 Pandas. Keo's trying to play on the front foot.
This first kill is going to be really important. Goes the T side. There's one that could absolutely unsettle the defense here. Nice grenade over actually lands right on top. That's pretty devastating. And a Molotov as well. They burn them out in the corner. That's what you're looking for to try and get this into overtime. The spray, it couldn't have been better. acoR to pick up a couple of kills. And we're at overtime for the opening map.
Sigh of relief for GamerLegion. It took the force buy with UMPs and pistols to keep the dream alive. That was enough to secure it. They're up against just Tech 9s and P250s to follow things up.
Yeah, it was
the full reset now.
It's that double kill with the MP9 for Volt in the previous round.
True.
That's what made the difference.
And he hasn't had a great overpass thus far, but if he saves the day in that sort of manner, all will be forgiven.
Yeah.
And 9 Pandas knew they had this game in the palm of their hand. They had both pistols under their belt, conversions as well. Ran away with the second half. A GamerLegion come back to life in the nick of time. AWP for iDISBALANCE and indeed acoR. The Dane currently holding towards the party position. Bombs down in T-spawn, more of a default setup here. Players towards connector, T-steps. iDISBALANCE trying his luck towards short. It's going to be Clax boosted up. That finds the first kill on Snax. Another opening advantage now for the Pandas. Can they convert it?
So much damage on the iDISBALANCE. isak, he doesn't know it, but he's really close to hitting the battleship on the other side there. Not going to be quite possible. So yeah, 4 on 5. Only one player actually defending the B bomb site right now. GamerLegion, I think they're starting to feel uncomfortable about that setup, so they're rotating around on the minimap, trying to see if they can get another piece of the defense going. Flashbang to slow down, another flash for isak to peek, but yeah, get the kill there.
Thing is, they can't really commit to this because the bomb's still down in T-spawn, so it'd be almost foolish to send 2 players in. They're trying to bait out that utility on the CT side. They've still got that man advantage. The CTs have to make an educated guess as to where this one's finishing up.
I think
actually gone to the other side of the map right now. isak is on a bit of an island alone. Smoke down towards heaven once again. CTs do rotate through, but acoR's vision will be interrupted shortly.
So will be, has to push out in front. It's a dangerous move, but he does make the jump down. 20 seconds. It's glowing again to open it up. A shot through stops the bomb. isak, he somehow picked up a double. He still has 3 more kills to try and find for this round to be working out. They line up for him and it could have worked out, but instead it's Glowing to show up. A double kill for him.
God damn. I thought that was the moment. They line up, he gets 2 more. The round's over, but it won't be the case. 9 Pandas will hold on. Some scrappy rounds now. Once again, find that opening pick. And Pandas have been very good at getting that advantage. Time and time again on their T side. More often than not converting it to a victory. This round is no different. 1-0 as we kick things off on their T side campaign. That's a amazing way to set the tone. Bear in mind, if GamerLegion lose this round, money's actually a bit of an issue, even in overtime. They lost everything in the previous round, and acoR to deliver will be Volt, this time with an opening kill. So they take the advantage, they continue to force the issue here. Kios will take decent territory on the map here. He's actually got Connect under lock and key. His teammate will nade things open for him. Getting a lot of sound cues here, and klax has just been so good with that AK, really coming to life as he finds his 22nd frag.
It's klax and Glowing that have completely ripping GamerLegion apart. Like, here, look at the score, but it's so ridiculous. Glowing with 31 kills. Nobody in the server is even close to that right now. I'm a little bit shell-shocked myself watching this. They picked up the bomb. I do like this from GamerLegion, but unfortunately for them, they're really far away from the action. So they're not going to be catching anyone off guard here. Instead, there's a chance that what's going to happen is they're going to be so far away by the time they realize what's coming that it's just down to the one defender, the Danish sniper at the A-bomb site. acoR might have this round in his hand if he can get a couple of kills here.
He struggled on this A side though. He hasn't been the turret you're looking for in these sort of scenarios. He gets flushed and naded out more often than not. You can see they're applying a lot of pressure. The AWP iDISBALANCE though has been removed. acoR being swarmed on the side. He will go down eventually, but Volt! He's coming to life! A hat-trick found on the A side. GamerLegion tying things up. We go 1-1. That is more like it for the Romanian, playing on home soil right now, Anders. He's had a rough game here on Overpass, but that is a fantastic defense. Well read.
Yeah, he was the one that, I think he set up the forward Molotov that even slowed down the push onto acoR a little bit. Also, isak coming in, the first kill, fine. All right, that's just timing. This next, he doesn't see who he's shooting at. He's just guessing it through the smoke and hitting the shot and Glowing. It's actually so sickening. isak and Volt, both of them. It's very late. We're in overtime, but they're starting to wake up. And that could easily be the difference here that GamerLegion need to finish the map in their favor.
If you're not aware, you do get 1 extra timeout once you make it to overtime itself. 9 Pandas will be utilizing that right now. Final round of their T-side campaign. See the scores on the doors. 31 kills for Glowing. 105 ADR. Head and shoulders above everyone else in the server. As you mentioned, klax is starting to catch him. GamerLegion have got Snax at the top, with isak as well. Volt starting to wake up, as you mentioned. And overtime, final round of this first half. Who will be taking the advantage? Time will tell. Flashes over towards short. klax running the gauntlet once again. No CT presence this time.
iDISBALANCE, he tried this before and he couldn't land the shot, but I love this play. It's one of my favorite moves on this map. You can get to the L-bend quicker than the CTs realize, and sometimes they'll just make a mistake. You'll see them backtracking or just walking into the shot like kios just did. And he was thinking about it. You could see him jiggling, but the Molotov pushed him into it, and he had to escape one way or another. Great trick.
So, another opening kill here. 9 Pandas, 5-4 on their T side. CTs often have to react and find a response quickly. We have got Snax in towards the bathroom position, but what can he really do with it? He's actually just outside it towards long. So that means A is wide open, Anders.
Yeah, roll the dice on this one.
There's nothing he can really do to deny the plant. He's so out of position now.
Yeah, but if he walks up behind them at the right time, and again, Snax is a player that his internal feeling for this kind of thing, I have no idea where it comes from, but usually, more often than not, he's on point. 30 seconds. Could see him getting a little bit closer. He's being watched in 2 different ways. One of them the AK for Clax. I think iDISBALANCE on the other side. So very hard for Snax to thread the needle on this one, but he's going to try and make it past. He's made it through the first corner here. The bomb is planted. His teammates are starting to get there. It's all on Snax to open this up. He's going to pull the trigger right away to get the first one.
No
Does
way.
get the kill on Deletus as well. And Clax timed here. He's going to face 3 people at once while the bomb is ticking inside of the bomb site. A grenade not going to kill Clax, but it will be acoR instead. And Snax is still gunning for it. A Molotov here to put some pressure on. Now they're going for the retake. Snax does get the burn and glowiing goes down. The retake is in somehow. The captain of GamerLegion finding his way through and winning the round for his team.
So good. Why did I ever doubt him, Anders?
How's
It
he
looked
done it?
like he was so out of position. There was no way he'd be able to backstab. But threading the needle is a very appropriate way of putting it. They were aware of that prospect. They were checking it every now and then, but he slips the net. He manages to get behind them and just destroy the offense of that stage. It was a man disadvantage once again, but GamerLegion will go 2-1 on their CT side. 1 away from that point. Back and forth we go. 9 Pandas have arguably looked like the stronger team. They're finding their opening kill every single time, it feels like, but unable to stick the landing when it really matters most in the dying stages of this first map on their opponent's pick. glowiing, aggressive. M4A4 in hand, deploys the grenade, no one home.
That last round is such a perfect summary for anyone that hasn't watched Snax back in 2018. That's, you know, if you want to get caught up, just rewatch that round and you'll know everything you need to know about what kind of a player he is. 14-13. Let's see if glowiing can keep this going for much longer on the 9 Pandas side. I feel like GamerLegion are starting to wake up. Some of the players that were missing in regulation, they're getting here now. They need to have a strong beginning here in the second half of overtime. GamerLegion 2 rounds away from taking the map. iDISBALANCE, good position here. Snax almost going down to that one, but he will make his way past.
It's all by design. Snax trying to bait out that shot.
Yeah.
He now has the information that the orbs on the A side of the map, it's their cue to execute in towards B. There's 45 seconds remaining. They've got the smoke for heaven. Molotov for the wooden boards if they so desire. They're actually going for the contact play. Good swing, and what a flashbang that is from C's. They get mowed down towards Monster. Huge hat trick found. And it's now a 5 versus 2. Snax and acoR have no chance here. Looks like 9 Pandas have tied things up. What a flash.
Yeah, in my dreams, that's how, you know, the flash plays out. It never actually works like that in the real world, but that is so beautiful. Every single person there in the tunnel, the eyes burned out. Timeout call for GamerLegion. They sense the danger. What a way to get started. This is the final match of the RMR. It's the last chance qualifier. It's called out for a reason. And they've had to fight their way here. Already running through Guild Eagles earlier in the day as GamerLegion. Now they're having to fight for in overtime here. I mean, this is where it gets real tricky for them, right? It's a lot of energy to be expended in one day.
Oh, it absolutely is. And it's not so much energy as in the physical aspect. It's more of like the adrenaline and kind of fatigue you have in your mind of all those comms and trying to keep your head up when things go wrong, which they do. Against high-level CS, you're going to have these sort of rounds that are so disappointing and it feels like everything's going so right. One flashbang can change everything in the blink of an eye. It was a nice call from GamerLegion, but even better response. 9 Pandas tied things up. 14-14. Who will be posting? Map point first here. 9 Pandas with an aggressive glowiing once again. He'll flash himself in with that T-step smoke being deployed. Same grenade. This time, a little bit of damage towards acoR and Kios. Snax. We're working towards top of middle with Volt here.
Thought they were going to run right into that grenade. Didn't do almost any damage, but looked like it might have. Kios braving the swing out long. iDISBALANCE unable to hit the shot this time. Get some confirmation, though, that something is going on, and they're going to be smoking off the monster tunnel. I wonder if they're going to want to check outside. My God, it's Snax lasering away. iDISBALANCE glowiing. Finally, they get rid of him. He's just got the 1 kill in the round. It's a rare sight. They've taken down the top fragger on 9 Pandas. It's Snax double opening here before C's does show up. Taking down isak, and now the flank is coming in. No one's checking for it. They're so preoccupied, GamerLegion, they're not really aware. Shot in the back, acoR. If he misses a shot here, he's dead for sure. The leaders is right down in front. He swings into it. It's a 1 versus 1. Clack's very low. Is it being called in? Does he realize if he does, he could pull out the pistol and try and get the job done? He's going to go for the bomb plant instead.
He'll be aware that he's been tagged here, but we'll see if acoR opts for the pistol. It's a nice defensive plan. He knows exactly where he is. Absolutely nails the shot. Another hat trick for the Danish sniper. It's going to be map point for GamerLegion first. 1 round away from putting their first foot forward towards that Copenhagen Major. It's been a hell of a first map here. Really has set the tone. Long day of Counter-Strike for the Legion of Gamers as well. Managed to get that 2-0 earlier today against the Guild Eagles. Clip their wings. And now trying to take care of the Pandas as well.
Yeah, carrying potentially, if they can win this one, a step closer towards getting into the Dane inside of the Royal Arena. acoR definitely would love to get there. It's a bit of a jump.
Thought he had that.
Make it past. He's trying to try again. More shots ringing through, but none of them connecting on seized. That's scary. That's so scary. Imagine if that's how you die at the start of this round.
1 more round will do it, though. Felt like that kill was destined to hit. acoR will get a reload in. It's Clax. He's been so strong. Joining there, glowing up with 34 kills. Clax got 25. Speaking of which, there he is by the party position.
Yeah, you can't ask for more out of glowing. I will say, Deletus is starting to get there. He's starting to wake up. Could be another sign of trouble for GamerLegion if it goes into double OT. You never know. They're bringing the bomb back, though. Glowing. Has he got any more left in him? He's already done so much work. They're asking for another couple of multi-kills, but he's getting absolutely outflanked on that one.
That's a hell of a kill. iDISBALANCE on high alert right now. He is there with the AWP. Oh, they're giving a freebie over. acoR tried to have control of the angle. Back to a 4-on-4. Clax can feel them coming back, though. They're about to push off towards shore. They've got the sound cue. Looks like we're going to be breaching the bomb site itself, trying to jump over the smoke. A missed jump from isak will take a second stab at it, this time up high. Next frag going to be very important. It looks like GamerLegion might have done enough here, Anders. 4-on-2 to secure the first map in overtime.
Sees the spray is pretty good, but it's still all the work ahead of them right now. There's another Molotov on Chaos. He can throw it in and he will slow them down. You could see, oh, that's so much time off the clock. That Molotov is actually devastating to them.
Yeah, 7 seconds. You have to sit back and wait. Sure, you've got a kid, but seized is down to 10 points of health. An AWP in his hand, not known to be a sniper. And there it is. Final kill comes through as a long and labored map. The GamerLegion get it over the mark. An excellent performance. After losing both pistols, Anders, they showed incredible tenacity. It's GamerLegion 1 step closer to the Copenhagen Major.
Well, after a 6-6 half, GamerLegion managed to take us in.